What is going on, people? It is the Witch Doctor, and let me apologize really quick for not uploading yesterday because I was super exhausted from work, and I don't know if you can tell right now, but you might be able to tell later on in the video. I was trying to get a sore throat. I don't think I'm getting sick because I'm not experiencing any other symptoms besides that. But point is, see, I can't even raise my voice. Today I'm going to be talking about a video that I've actually been wanting to do for quite a while, actually. So, if you guys didn't know, for the Pokemon 20th anniversary, we are getting a reprint of the Pokemon base set, the very first set that came out of the cards. Now, all of us as Pokemon fans have loved the very first cards. So today I'm going to be talking about Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur, the three most sought after cards in the first Pokemon set. So I'm going to make a point about each card, what they were really meant for, like what people wanted in them, and then we're going to take a look at the new ones that are out right now. So I'm talking about from the very first set to the very latest. So for example, the very first Blastoise, as you see right here, and then the newest Blastoise that is just coming out. So let's go ahead and look at Blastoise. This is from the first base set, guys. So this Blastoise right here was the most competitive out of the three. Now, why was this one the most competitive one? Well, for example, its ability, or back then the Pokemon power, Rain Dance. As often as you like during your turn, before you attack, you may attach one water energy card from your hand to one of your water Pokemon. So, yeah. And it doesn't count as an energy attachment too, guys. Sorry, I had to cough, so I paused the video. So, this is a way of accelerating water energy for Pokemon, as you all saw, or if you guys are into the TCG, then you would know of Blastoise and Kyurem. Blastoise, Keldeo, and Kyurem. They use Blastoise. Blastoise is an amazing card to set them up. And that's what this Blastoise did back in the day. Hydro Pump does 40 damage plus 10 more damage for each water energy attached to Blastoise. So, that already was, well, a really good card. It set up fast, and it was able to put out massive amount of damage right away. So let's go ahead and look at the new Blastoise now. So I'm not going to talk about Blastoise, Mega Blastoise, so I'm just going to talk about this Blastoise that I saw from the Generations thing. Blastoise EX. Now the HP has gone up significantly because it's an EX. And let's look at the moves. So for one water energy and two colorless, we have Hyper Whirlpool, 60 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, discard energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Again, for an EX, it's pretty bad. Not all that good. So Hydro Press. Let's look at this one. 2 water energy and 2 colorless, 100 damage. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Now, the reason why this EX isn't all that good is because it goes to Mega Blastoise. And the reason I'm not discussing Mega Blastoise is because it's not a part of the history. And what I mean by the history, it is, you know, a Mega Evolution, something different, something that was added. I'm talking about the original Pokemon, guys, not the Mega Evolutions added on. So, we gotta look at Blastoise, and Blastoise has definitely made a tremendous change from back then to now. So, let's go ahead and look at Venusaur really quick. Alright, so now here is Venusaur, the base set Venusaur, guys. Probably the most amazing card look wise, in my opinion, because I love the way that this card looks. The holographic design and all that, like, I love the old school holographic pattern. And on this Venusaur card, I love it because Venusaur is my favorite of all the starters. So the whole Bulbasaur line, I love it. All the Venusaur. Now, what does the Venusaur card do from the other three? Well, we already know that Blastoise was the most competitive one in play. Venusaur, on the other hand, well, it didn't really do much, as sad as it is to say. Yeah, well, its Pokemon power allows it to move grass energy around. That's cool, right? No? Well, alright, I tried. Basically, guys, Venusaur didn't do a lot. And it was the least popular of the three back then, and is almost still the exact same way today, which is sad because I love Venusaur, I really do. But let's go ahead and look at Venusaur now. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't talk about Solar Beam, because it's so sad to look at. That's 4 grass energy for only 60 damage, and back then that was a lot, but it's still, I'm sad. I'm sad. So now we're looking at Venusaur EX. Now again, because it is a EX, it got the big HP buff. Ugh, my voice cracked for a second. But let's go ahead and look at these attacks. 1 grass energy, 2 colorless energies for Frog Hop. Frog Hop. Frog Hop. Anyways, 40 damage plus, flip a coin if heads, attack does 40 more damage. For the amount of energy I gotta use for that to only do 40, and for a possible chance of doing 80, yeah, it's not worth it. So, next attack is 2 grass energy and 2 colorless. Poison Impact, 80 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep and poisoned. I wish they would have done more for Venusaur, I really do. I really wish they did do more. But there were other cards back then that, you know, made Venusaur shine. Even though I like darkness, don't shine. Anyways, that's really it for Venusaur, guys, as sad as it is to say. So let's go on to the last one, which I saved for last because everyone loves Charizard. So here is Charizard from base set. Alright, so here is, guys, Charizard from base set. Now, why did I save this one for last? Because this was the most sought after card in base set. Everyone loved Charizard, guys. Even me. I still like Charizard to this day. Even though Venusaur was my favorite, I did like Charizard. Charizard didn't really do anything too special, but like I said, it was the most sought after Pokemon card back then, and goes up for an extreme amount of prices on some websites just to get a perfect condition one, or even getting one in general. So Charizard had a Pokepower. Also, I think he is the one with the highest HP of the 3, so that's also another thing. And Charizard also had a Pokepower, which was actually pretty good. It turned all, like, okay, it says you may turn all energy cards. Yeah, all energy attached to a Charizard to fire energy. So for the rest of the turn, which is really cool because double colorless was a thing. So you could accelerate this guy with just double colorless, use the Pokepower, and then bam, you could use Fire Spin. Discard 2 energy cards attached to the Charizard in order to use this attack. 100 damage would basically knock out everything. And I mean everything, unless you're fighting another Charizard. So back then, you could knock out Pokemon really fast with Charizard. So he wasn't the most competitive one, but was still pretty usable. So has Charizard changed a lot in the new set? Well, let's go ahead and look at Charizard EX from the generation set that's coming out soon. So Charizard EX again. EX got a, you know, he has the HP buff. And for 1 fire energy and 1 colorless, does Flame Cloak for 30 damage. Attach a fire energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So that alone right there is actually not too bad, because yeah, it's a weak attack, but you have a means of accelerating energy, which is actually very nice. So the next attack for 2 fire energy and 2 colorless, Burning Breath, 80 plus, flip 2 coins. The attack does 40 damage for each heads. So again, he does more damage than the other EX ones that we saw so far. But again, if you're wondering why this EX is also bad, is because it is also a part of a Mega Evolution branch, which is one of the things I don't like. I don't like Mega Evolutions in the card game. I don't think they're all that good. You need to put Spirit Link in order to make things even usable. But I think Charizard EX is definitely the better one out of the new ones. So back then, the best one was Blastoise, and now the best one is Charizard. In some cases, I'm just talking about for this set, guys. Remember, I'm not talking about the Mega Evolutions, I'm talking about these normal EXs. So, if you guys did enjoy this style of video, I would like it if you would leave some comments down below and asking me if you want to see this type of stuff again. So with that said, guys, darkness.